Alright, so my first chore of the day is sweeping all the stalls and covering the bare spots. And I do this to all 3 stalls. The reason that it's just 3 is because our wagon is actually in one of the stalls from a derby party. So we put the minis in one stall. And then I have to fill up the water buckets. Today all 3 of them needed to be filled. And then I move on to the feed. This feed is different from our old feed. Our old feed was just plain old sweet feed, and it was a lot of sweets for our horses, because 3 out of the 4 are easy keepers, so they kind of needed a lighter feed, which we got that. So this is more of a dieted feed. Patchy in the morning will get her joint supplement. Right now it's pelleted joint supplement. Normally she'd get liquid, but we ran out of the liquid, so we had to get pellets before we ordered the liquid again. And then she also gets her inflammatory pill. She gets every day, once a day, and we put it in the morning. And then I have to get flakes for all of them, 2 flakes in each stall. The minis normally get 1, but since they're together, they get 2, and I use about 6 flakes a day. And then I have to go get the minis from the paddock. The reason that they're in the paddock is because they're fat. And the minis eat their hay first and not their grain, because they know it's not as sweet as the other one, which they have to get over that. But don't worry, they eat it at the end. And then the horses come in. Sassy and Patchy both eat their grain first, which is normal for them. The minis, they're just picky. And then today I had to wash Patchy's grazing muzzle. It's because it has a lot of dirt and grime in it, and it didn't really work. I don't really know how to wash a grazing muzzle, but I just kind of let it sit in some bubbly water. The soap that I use is like a blanket soap. Since it's not really leather or anything, I thought that blanket soap would probably be the best. If any of you all know how to clean a grazing muzzle, please let me know, because I have no idea. And I had to find some rocks to help put the whole grazing muzzle into the water. And I realized that there's big rocks right next to the barn doors. So I had to find a couple rocks, because they weren't as heavy as I thought they would be, to be able to sink the grazing muzzle to the bottom of the bucket so that it all gets soaked. And it's mainly where all the fleece and stuff is where it needs to be cleaned, especially when it's been on Patchy's muzzle and everything. Patchy is kind of scratching her muzzle area where the muzzle lays, so I want to get that cleaned, because it seems to be irritating her. And then once all the bubbles were gone, and after I scrubbed it a little bit, it didn't really work as I thought it would. There was still dirt and grime in the fleece area, so I'll have to find out another way to clean that. So right now it's just gonna dangle and dry. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. The next one will probably be an evening routine. So this is our spring and summer routine, where my horses actually go out at night, so it's cooler at night. And since Patchy's allergic to flies, it's also less flies for her. So it's a win-win for all of them. All 4 of them get cool. Patchy has less flies. It's, again, a win-win.